to OMU, Oscar Mayer University.
I even understand you studied in Europe, too.
I did in Warsaw on a Polish sausage scholarship.
Wow. So anyway, why don't you show us, how come you don't have a hot dog tray? I mean, where do you get the hot dog?
I don't need a hot dog tray. I do it by magic. You want a hot dog? You got a hot dog. You want another? You got another. I got hot dogs everywhere. I pull them out. You want a hot dog? Wiener for you, sir? How you doing? Get your money right over here. I got wieners for everybody. You see, hey, what's that in there? Oh, you got one right over there, too. You want a little ketchup with that?
I want a ketchup, a little ketchup.
I got a little ketchup right over here. You like mustard? Hey, what's that? Oh, there it is right over there. A little mustard for you.
Now, what if I wanted a beer?
Beer here. Got your beer right over here.
Now I know why you're number one. This is Glenn Super here for the Fox Sports Net with Al Garber saying, there you are, there you have it, and there it is.
And there it is. Another hot dog.
Hi, this is Glenn Super for the Fox Sports Network. I would like to discuss a serious disease named after a famous baseball player, a former Yankee. SSS, Steve Sax Syndrome. It's a horrible affliction where you begin to throw erratically. Like many Americans, I too suffer from SSS. Today I tried to throw a can into the recycling bin. I killed my neighbor's cat, and the cat was in a tree. Many people suffer from SSS, many ball players. Steve Sax, Steve Blass, Mark Wohlers, and now even Chuck Knobloch, the New York Yankees. I know what you're thinking. Chuck Knobloch is a Yankee. Why should I care? Chuck Knobloch is a human being. We must show some compassion for him. Chuck Knobloch couldn't find first base if he hired a private detective.
Ground ball to the right side for Knobloch. Chuck has it, and he throws it away.
It's a horrible, horrible thing. There's no known cure for SSS. So I'm going to roam to the stands here at Shea Stadium and take up a collection to help fight this terrible affliction called SSS.
Hi, this is Tony Perez, Hall of Famer. Please send money for the Steve Sax syndrome.
Sir, would you donate money to save Chuck Knobloch?
He's a Yankee. What are you, nuts?
Ow! This is Glenn Super saying, please give generously to SSS so we can finally wipe out Steve Sax Syndrome. Remember, an arm is a terrible thing to waste. Thank you. Thanks, Chuck. Glenn Super here at Madison Square Garden. There are a lot of important members of the Knicks staff. There's the president, the vice president, the trainers, the coaches, the assistant coaches. But the most valuable member of the Knicks staff has got to be Mike Carter here, the guy who wipes the sweat off the court.
I'm not just any guy who wipes the sweat. I'm the chief perspiration engineer.
You're the chief perspiration engineer?
Yeah, but you can call me the Sultan of Sweat.
Wow, the Sultan of Sweat. Now, why is it important to get up all the sweat?
So the players don't get injured, so they're able to come on here and play games night in and night out.
Some of these players have multi-million-dollar contracts, so if they hurt their knee on a sweat, that would really hurt their team, right?
Yeah, it hurt the team, the game, and then I'd also be in trouble, too.
This kid, Mike Carter, is unbelievable. I mean, the most breathtaking wiping sweat off the floor I've ever seen in my life. I've been coming to the Garden since 66. Kid's great, the best.
Now, who on the Knicks sweats the most?
Gotta be the big fella, Patrick Ewing. Sweats a lot.
Now, has he sweated more since he's come back?
Yeah, he's held up a lot of sweat built up inside for the past 2 years.
Okay, now, I understand you were traded to the Knicks from the New Jersey Nets.
Yes, I was recently traded to New York Knicks for 3 vendors and 1 beer man to be named later.
I've watched this game for many years. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different things. When I see Michael on the floor with that towel, with the intensity, with the virtuosity, with the style, with the elan, the man makes it just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Nobody has ever wiped up a basketball floor the way Michael Carter's able to do it. It's worth the price of admission.
Why don't you show me some of the techniques now?
Okay, I'd like you to meet my friend Gloria.
Oh, so your squeegee has a name, Gloria?
Yes, Gloria. We've been friends for about a year now.
Kind of like B.B. King named his guitar Lucille, you named your mop Gloria.
Exactly. What I do here is take the right hand on top, left hand in the middle. And what I want to do is stretch my arm out smoothly. You see how smoothly I did that?
Yeah.
No rough spots. Very smoothly.
Well, you should be in the Hall of Fame, Mike.
I should. That's a note right there. I should be in the Hall of Fame. And just want to wipe it out so you see no more shiny spots.
And what do you do with the sweat after you've picked it up?
Oh, we collect it and go out to Queens and sell them. 1995.
Mike right now is the best in the game.
there's nobody really even close. And he's got instincts that you just can't teach. That's the stuff that comes naturally. And it's also the intangibles that I think brings out the best in Mike. The wrist action, the efficiency. You're just not going to find that anywhere. There was that guy in Portland a few years back. I forget his name, Whitey. He was pretty good. He was no Mike, though.
Hey, this is Glenn Super with Mike Carter for MSG saying we've got more angles, more insights, and more sweat.
I'm the salt and the sweat. I'll see you at game time.
Glenn Super here at Madison Square Garden, and with me is one of the real unsung heroes of the New York Knicks, Mr. Steve Baxter, the guy who washes the uniforms. Now, Steve, why is your job so important?
Because, Glenn, after playing an NBA game, these guys get their jerseys riddled with blood, sweat, tears, grime grease. It's my job to get out the toughest stains and control static cling.
That's very important, to control that static clean. And you think the players play better when the uniforms are sparkly white with dazzling colors?
Yeah, I do, Glenn, I do. You know, these guys look tough, but they play their best when their jerseys smell country fresh and they're silky soft as a baby's bottom. That's how Spree likes them.
Now, I understand you've always wanted to be an NBA laundryman.
Yeah, I did. You know, growing up and back in high school, I spent countless hours in the high school gym laundry room washing.
Wow, that's and I understand the Knicks players love you so much they give you free tickets.
That's right, Glenn. No tickets, no shirts. That's it. Okay.
But Marcus Camby does like
Marcus Camby loves me. I do such a great job with his delicates, you know, that he actually tattooed my name on the side of his arm there in Korean. So.
Wow, what a great story. Now, why don't you show us, this is a Patrick Ewing's uniform right here?
That's it. Yes, it is, Glenn. I'm sorry to hit you there,
Sorry.
but I'm the only one that's allowed to touch this.
Okay.
Here. So this is Patrick's jersey. I'm the only one that's allowed to touch it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the process here.
Okay.
I'm going to open the door, hold it with 2 fingers. Always hold it with 2 fingers. Now I'm going to hold it like a baby and just throw her in there. Throw her in there, real soft. And I'm going to close the door here.
All right, Steve, let's see what it looks like.
Okay, Glenn, this is the best part of the job. This is the fruits of my labor when I get to, oh, no.
What happened there?
I don't know. This stupid machine, we're supposed to get the thing fixed. This does not normally happen.
You can use that as a hand puppet.
Okay, that's funny, Glenn. That's real funny. I could get fired over this. That's not funny, all right? I could get traded to the Nets. That's
Where's
not
my
gonna
uniform, man?
Hey, Patrick, we had a little accident, a little problem on the... There you go. Okay, Glenn, thanks. Nice
Pleasure
meeting
meeting
you.
you, Steve. Nice meeting you, Steve. Okay.
Patrick, you do stuff.
Mr. Ewing, a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ewing. Well, this is Glenn Super, the MSG Network, with more insights, more angles, and no static cling. You gonna wear that tonight?
What am I supposed to do with this? Put it on my foot?
Hi, Glenn Super here at Madison Square Garden in the Rangers locker room, and Peter Nedved here is one of my favorite Rangers. Now, Peter Nedved should be a superstar. He's a tremendous player, but he's not. And the reason? I believe he has low self-esteem. That's because he spells his first name P-E-T-R. There's an E missing from his first name. I believe that gives him low self-esteem. Hi, Glenn Super here for the Fox Sports Net, and with me is the Met psychiatrist here at Shea Stadium. Dr. P, please explain your therapy.
Well, I believe in positive thinking.
Okay.
And, in fact, I had a Met come to me who will remain nameless, Bobby Bonilla, and he felt overweight, unsuccessful, unattractive, and I told him on the negative side there were terrible things to feel about yourself, but on the positive side it showed that you were a very good judge of character.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. Well, you know, most of our problems as a psychologist go back to our early childhood. I had a very rough childhood, extremely difficult birth. I almost suffocated. My mother was still wearing pantyhose.
Okay, but let's discuss the Mets. What do you do for the Mets?
My mom was a Met fan, you know, and my mom neglected me. When I was an infant, she used to leave me home alone all day while she worked as a babysitter.
Okay, let's go back to the Mets, Doctor. What did you do to help Mike Hampton?
Well, Mike Hampton, I couldn't see him. Insurance wouldn't pay for it.
Oh, I understand Kenny Rogers went to see you last year.
Kenny Rogers came to me, yes. He was very depressed.
Is that after walking the winning run in the game last year?
No. He was on the way to the ballpark, and he saw a guy in a burning car. Instead of pulling him out, he put money in the parking meter.
Have any of the announcers come to see you?
Fran Healy came to me the other day. He was feeling guilty.
About what?
Well, he saw a guy steal a car, and he didn't report it because he needed the space. I wish the guy would have taken my car, because I can't buy things. I'm gullible.
Okay, but enough about
Last year, a guy sold me a brand new car with 70,000 test miles.
But this whole thing is about you. I mean, you're ruining this interview.
It's not an interview. What do you mean interview?
I'm interviewing you for Fox Sports Net.
This is a session. In fact, your time's up.
It's a session.
Your time's
You're going
up
to charge me for this?
$100. $100. Life is not your medium.
This is an interview.
You know?
Well, this is Glenn Super for the Fox Sports Net.
Now, you know that?
You're on Prozac?
Yeah, and it's working, because now I feel pretty good about committing suicide.
This is Glenn Super with the Fox Sports Net saying, there you are. All right, enough. There you are. There you have it. There it is. Glenn Super here at Madison Square Garden. Look at this fabulous security crew working hard here at the Garden. I'm going to meet the head of security at the Garden, Mr. Joe McDermott. He's one of the hardest working people. And you're not Joe McDermott.
No, I'm not. He's off today.
And who are you?
I'm Eddie McGraw.
Okay, I was supposed to talk to Joe McDermott. How long you been working here?
Look, I've been in security for 30 years, but I've only been here 2 days, but that's got nothing to do with anything.
2 days, okay. And how did you start in security?
Excuse me for a minute. Can I help you, sir?
I met Patrick Ewing inside the shoe store, and he told me to come say hello to him.
No, I don't think so, buddy. Why don't you go get a ticket like everybody else, all right? Come on, what, you think I'm falling for this stuff? Come on, I've been doing this too long. Get lost, all right?
Okay.
Hey, what can I do for you, buddy?
So how'd you start in security?
I'll tell you the truth. I started out working at PS 20 in the Bronx. Yeah, I used to work at elementary school. Yeah, I was a crossing guard, you know, and I tell you, in over 10 years, only 2 kids have been hit. But don't worry, we settled out of court.
And where'd you go from there?
Well, after that, I managed to be lucky enough to get a job up at Rye Playland.
Oh, yeah, with the Rangers?
No, actually on the elephant ride. Yeah, excuse me for a second. Can I help you, sir?
I'm Marv Albert.
You're Marv Albert? Yes! Oh, right this way, Mr. Albert. I'm sorry. Take care, sir. No problem at all. Yeah.
Okay,
I tell you, it's a busy job. You got to be on top of these things.
You do a great job here, too.
Yeah, you know, I work very hard at this. So what do you want to know here, Doug?
So anyway, you went from the elephant ride.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I was working the elephant ride. I really had big plans. I intended on working the dragon coaster one day. But, excuse me, sir. Can I help you?
Patrick Ewing.
Come on, guy. You're Patrick Ewing. How do I know this? Oh, right this way, Mr. Ewing. I'm very sorry. Oh, man. Sorry, sir. Boy, Patrick Ewing. I've been here 2 days. I never met him. So anyway, I'll tell you, I'm working out here. I'm working at Playland. It's a wonderful thing. And I was hoping to work on a dragon coaster one day. And when you know it, Mike Richter happens to run into me. I snuck his kid on the ride. And, hey, I got the job. Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?
Mike McCarthy, MSG Network.
Oh, right this way, Mr. McCarthy. No problem, sir. Yes, sir. Enjoy the game, sir. I'll tell you, I got to be on top of these things, you know. People always trying to slip by. You got to be pretty good with this stuff.
Well, who are you talking to on that walkie-talkie there? Is that the security headquarters?
Oh, no, I'm not talking to anybody, man. I'm listening to Britney Spears' newest CD. I tell you, man. Brothers dig her, man. Britney. Yeah,
well, thank you for being with us. This is Glenn Super here at the MSG Network with more insights, more angles, and more security. You're quite a dancer.
I tell you the truth, boy. That Britney's deep, man. Hey, she's a sister with blonde hair.